Hey guys, Buck up in North Queensland for another cook up. Hey, I'm in the shed. I don't trust the weather. I didn't want to have all this stuff set up out there because I tell you what, 1 minute it's sunny and then 5 minutes later it's raining. So I'm going to play it safe and do it in the shed. And today I'm going to do a quick review on the Ryder little butane stove that I got from Super Cheap Auto the other day, guys. They gave me some more gear to do reviews on, and I'm not just going to sit here and have a chat, 5-minute chat about a stove. If you're going to talk about a stove, you've got to put it to the test, and I thought I'll do a bloody cook up at the same time. So anyway, we'll talk about the little single one that I got the other day. We're going to do a cook up, guys. It's a bloody great recipe, and I've done this one for as long as I can remember this. It's so simple that even I can cook it, and it's a great one to do when you're out camping. This is a real good camping recipe, this one. And the good thing about it, it's chili con carne, guys. You've probably cooked it yourself. This is how I do it. I keep it real simple. All the ingredients you can easy to take out bush with you when you're camping. And the good thing about this one, guys, is I love my chili, so does Roz. And but this is another one where you can do it and you can leave the chili out, and it's great for the kids. You can do it without the chili, and you can just add the chili in at the end if you want. So anyway, hey, before I go on and we talk you through what's in the recipe, we'll talk you through the Ryder butane stove. Now, there's a few different brands of these things, guys. Ryder's got their own brand there at Super Cheap Auto. I've been running the Gasmate brand, which I think is one of the old original ones, and it's been in my vehicle for as long as I can remember in the drawer systems and that. So she's getting a bit old now. There's bloody things falling off it and that, although it's time to upgrade and get a new one. And I thought I got a few little things from Super Cheap the other day, and I thought I'll get a new butane stove, and that way I can do a clip on it. So anyway, it comes in a good plastic container, guys, and the good thing about the plastic container is you can actually use that as a windshield if you're out bush and it's a bit windy like out there at the moment. She's blowing a bit. You can actually stand that up and actually use it as a bit of a windshield if you need to. So there it is there. This is the single one, the Ryder butane stove. And you're probably wondering how if you haven't seen them before, guys, they're very simple and they're fantastic for when you're out camping. They run on these little butane gas cans that you can get here. And this is the Ryder brand. I actually bought these ones bloody ages ago. They've been sitting in the shed. And they just run on these cartridges or small cans. And I'll tell you what, they last a while too, guys. And cheap as chips. A pack of 4 is about $6. So for about $1.50 a can, and you can get a few cook-ups out of a can, and they just basically slip in there, and really easy to use. I'll do that now actually. Throw them in. It only goes the one way, like that. Clip that shut, and all you do then is you got to push that down there. That's like a safety mechanism, guys. That activates the top of the can so that the gas can come out. Turn your lever. This one's a push one, another safety device there. The other one I've got, you can just turn it. This one, it appears that you've got to actually push it in and then turn it. So push it in, activate there. You'll hear the gas come out, and there we go. Hope you can see that. Cooking with fire, guys. Doesn't get much easier than that, does it? To turn it off. And the good thing about it too, the fantastic thing about cooking with gas, guys, you can have it up high if you're doing a stir fry or something like that, or if you just want to simmer something, which I'll be doing with the chili con carne savo, you can get it down nice and low and you can just simmer away that way. So doesn't get much easier. Turn it off, and always remember, flick that back up, safety mechanism there, and away you go. Now, probably one little disadvantage for me with this Ryder one, guys, is this little top bit is actually on there permanently. Some of them you can turn upside down, and that way they become a lot lower profile. One of the disadvantages for me is I've got the Titan drawers, guys, and they're not a real deep drawer system, so this will fit in the Titan drawers, no worries at all. But I like to put my plastic plates and stuff like that on top, and this is just a little bit high for that. But I'll tell you what, it's not only camping where these things come in handy. We've had a couple of big cyclones up here in Innisfail, guys, and both times after Cyclone Larry and Yasi, we lost power, electricity, for 2 weeks after both cyclones. We've had a couple of smaller blows where we've lost it for a short period of time. But I'll tell you what, these are a must-have for your cyclone kit, guys. If you live in Northern Australia and you're in a cyclone impact zone, this is one of the first things you have in your kitchen or have in your cyclone kit. Because if you lose electricity, you've got to be able to boil your water for a brew or whatever. And also, usually the water, you've got to boil the water after a cyclone anyway. So, no electricity, you've got to have some way to boil it up. So, these are fantastic for that. And, you know, this one now, this will be a permanent fixture in my cyclone trunk. So, if something happens, we lose electricity after a cyclone, there's my emergency cooking. I can also come outside and do it on the barbecue, guys, but hey, when you're in the house and you want to just boil the pop-up billy or something for a cup of tea, just easy to do it on this one, eh? And the Ridge Ryder one too, the little single one, it comes with a little cook plate, which the other ones don't do that I've seen, the other brands. This has got a little, like a little alloy cook plate that goes over the top. So if you don't want to lug around a big heavy frying pan, cast iron frying pan or whatever, this is all you need to cook a couple of steaks up or some sausages. So the Ridge Ryder brand comes with its own little hot plate. As I said, it's not cast iron or anything, it's only an alloy of some sort, but hey, that's all you need to cook your sausages and steak up out camping. So I don't take anything too fancy. I don't carry the big gas bottles and that out camping. They're a bit of a pain. You've got to have the proper facilities to carry them, a proper gas, you know, gas holder or something. That's all right if you've got a camper trailer, guys. A lot of people put them up in their roof rack. I don't like carrying gas bottles up there, but these things here, guys, these are so easy. I've got the little drifter bag there, and I put half a dozen of these in there, put them in the drawer system, and you've got more than enough gas for a bloody 2-week camping trip. And as I said, available everywhere, super cheap. Any of your camping stores sell these. They all, doesn't matter what brand it is, it'll still fit in there. So you can pick them up anywhere, guys. Even Coles and Woolies, I think you'd probably be able to pick those up. So fantastic little way to cook when you're out camping, isn't it? And as I said, this has got a little hot plate, and it's not only the single ones, guys. I was in Super Cheap the other day when I was picking this stuff up, and Ridge Ryder have got the big double burner butane ones, and I think there's a double burner deluxe. And I tell you what, it was a flash looking little stove, and I think they take 2 of these at a time, 1 for each burner. And mate of mine at work, Mick Smith, you've probably seen him with a red Navara, and we got the Ridge Ryder winch and everything put onto his NP300, and we did some clips a couple of months ago down near Townsville and got him stuck and winched him out and used the snatch strap and that. Anyway, Smithy bought one of these from Super Cheap, the big double one. He was telling me the other day, fantastic, and they're good if you want to cook up a chili con carne on one side and you can do your rice or your veggies or something on the other. So if you go camping with a family, you've got kids in that, and you need to cook more than one pot at a time, then maybe the big double one will be for you. But just for Roz and I, the little single one suffices, and that's all we need. But as I said, fantastic. Haven't used this one before, but we'll put it to the test this arvo, and you'll see that you know, put a big camp oven on there. There's enough heat in them to cook up a good feed. Righto, I'll put that. So, chili con carne, as I said, real simple one for cooking out bush, guys. I'll run you through what you need. I went to the butcher's this morning. I'll just get it out of the Ridge Ryder fridge here. A couple of the other items that I wanted to keep cold. How'd all them Great Northerns get in that fridge, I wonder? Bloody, I had to restock on those while I was out shopping also. Righto, chili con carne. Kilo of good mince I got from the butcher this morning. Get the good one, guys. I mean, you don't want the one that's got too much fat and everything in it. I got the nice lean mince from the butcher. So I've got a kilo of that, kilogram, or if you're over in the Northern America or North America there somewhere, in Canada or the US watching, what's that? 2.2 pounds to a kilo. So 2.2 pounds of good bloody mince there. And the other ingredient, keep that in your camping fridge, obviously, guys. Now, this is optional. I like to put some red capsicum in my chili con carne. if you haven't got one out bush and you don't want it, you don't have to. I mean, that's optional, but I like to put a red capsicum, diced up red capsicum. And the rest of the stuff here is real easy, guys. We all carry onions when we go out camping, don't we? You know, we bloody make a hamburger or sausages, and you always carry some brown onions and chop them up and throw them in the frying pan and have them with your sausages or your hamburgers and that. So we need a nice big brown onion. We'll dice that up. And what else have we got here? I'll tell you what, this is really the magic ingredient to my chili con carne, guys. Ground cumin seeds. All right, cumin powder or cumin powder, however you say it. I'll say cumin powder. All right, that's the magic flavour to my chili con carne. Ground cumin, and there's the ground cumin seeds. You've got the cumin seeds, that's the ground stuff, it's like a powder, and that's the Master Foods brand. What's that brand? That's the Coles brand, so same thing. Righto, the other magic ingredient for my chili con carne is I always use Master Foods hot chili sauce. There's a lot of good chili sauces out there, guys, and you can use any of them. And as I said, if you've got kids, you can leave the chili sauce out until after they've served up, then you can throw the chili sauce in at the end. This Master Foods hot chili sauce, I reckon it's got the best flavour for the chili con carne. Magic flavour that. And it's got a bit of sting to it. And I always use the Master Foods one, and you can get them in the squeezy bottle. Sits in the drawer system, really handy to take out camping with you. Or this is another favourite that people use, is the old sriracha one, which is made in the United States. This is a really popular chili sauce. Got some bite too, let me tell you. And you can use sriracha. If you like sriracha hot chili sauce, you could use that in there too. But personally, I like the Master Foods one. I reckon it's got a really, really nice flavour. And it's got a bit of punch to it too, which is good. Now, the other ingredients, 3 cans of stuff. Sit them in the drawer system. As you know, taking cans of stuff out bush for camping and that is the easiest way, guys. All we got is a Coles brand, corn kernels, a can of corn kernels, a can of red kidney beans. You could use Mexican beans or the 4-bean mix if you wanted to, but traditionally chili con carne always has red kidney beans, so a can of Coles red kidney beans there. And a can of I always like to throw a can of diced tomatoes in, guys. Gives it a bit more liquid in that in the chili con carne. I always put a can of diced tomatoes in, corn, and red kidney beans with your mince, your onion, your capsicum, and your chili sauce. And there you go. There. Going to serve it up with some rice. And the great thing about this chili con carne, whether you're at home or whether you're out camping, guys, is the leftovers. I'll show you my favourite is how to use the leftovers, and I'm going to do a Bucks Mexican spud. Normally if you're out camping you do that in the coals of your bloody fire pit or your open fire and throw some spuds in. If you've ever never done it, you've got to do it when you go camping, guys. Wrap some spuds up in alfoil, throw them in the fire for an hour or so, grab them back out, chop them open, throw some butter in the middle, and they are bloody beautiful. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'll unwrap that. I'll nuke it in the microwave because I'm at home, and then I'll show you how to do a Mexican spud with the leftovers. There you go, knock on. There you are. I'll get a job with the cowboys, bloody dropping things like that. And obviously just a bit of oil, guys. I only got spray oil, just some oil so you can do the onion and that in there. And some good corn chips, whatever your favourite corn chips are. You've got to have corn chips with chili con carne. And the other thing I didn't grab out of the Ryder fridge, guys, I'll grab it out, is these ones here. The old sour cream. Always take some sour cream, and you use the sour cream on the chili con carne. And also, when we do the Bucks Mexican spud, we're going to cut it open, put the chili con carne inside the potato. We'll top it with some grated cheese. I don't use grated cheese on the chili con carne as such, but on the spud you got to. Grated cheese and then some bloody sour cream over the top. And then I always like to, as a bit of a garnish, once again, only if you want to carry it, is some shallots. And just some diced up shallots and a bit of garnish over the top, and gives it a nice flavour. So anyway, simple ingredients, eh? Really easy to cook this one. Anyone can do it. The kids can get in and help you when you're out camping. And so there's the ingredients. I probably won't start cooking yet. I might have a beer first. And Roz is home about 5:30 from work to Savo, so I'll try and time it so dinner's ready for when she gets home. Got a wine in the fridge for her, and keep me in the good books. And in about a half an hour's time, I might start the cook up, eh? Rightio. Righto guys, I've got that bloody smoke, and I better get the onion in. She gets some heat, eh? You can see there. I hope that smoke doesn't go into the camera lens. Well, a little bit of oil on the Baduri camp oven, whatever kind of camp oven you want to use. And we'll just give that onion a bit of a couple of minutes there, whiz it around in the oil, just soften it up a little bit. I always put my onion in first, guys. Some people don't, I always do. Find a beer, give that onion. And then what I'll do next is throw the mince in, get the mince out of the Ryder fridge. And we'll put that in. That's starting to brown off now. I might put the mince in now. There's a fair bit of heat in that. Righto, here we go guys. Full kilo of mince. Good quality mince from your butcher. In it goes. And what we've got to do now is just break it up. And we've got to brown the mince now before we do anything else. So break your mince up. You don't want big chunks of it. Chili con carne, you want your mince to be nice and fine, because you've got to be able to scoop it up with some corn chips and that, eh? Give it a stir around. Alright, we'll come back when that's all nicely browned, eh? Rightio, while your mince is browning, one thing I like to do now, this is when I put my cumin powder in, guys, and how much, I don't know. I don't know how much to put in, but I like to use a fair bit, give it a good, really good sprinkle, because this is a bit of a magic flavour in chili con carne, I reckon. Good sprinkle of it, don't be shy. And that's the, you could also get your packet chili con carne mix, guys, from, you know, from Coles and Woolies there in your Mexican section, those bloody, but that's what it smells like. It smells just like this anyway, so I'm going to put a bit more in, because I usually use, for out camping, a packet of that chili con carne seasoning that you get from old El Paso or whatever brand it is. And this is now this is where I'll do it now, but if you've got kids, guys, you might want to do this at the end. This is where I like to put my chili con carne in now. Chili con carne, chili sauce. Give it a good squirt. The Master Foods chili sauce. I like this stuff, eh? Give it a good squirt in there, and that's where your good chili flavour comes from. Now you can put fresh chilies in there if you want. You can put the bloody chili flakes, fresh chili, anything you want. Any sort of chili sauce. If you've got a particular chili sauce that you really like, you can put sweet chili in if you don't like it too hot. Depends what you, just do it to your taste. But there you go, guys. That's starting to look alright now. That mince. I'll put a little bit more chili sauce in a little bit later. What I'll do now is the old canned tomato. Oh shit! There's one for the bloopers. That can of tomatoes was off, guys. Have a look at it. Holy dooly. It just blew up on me. She's gone everywhere. I'll have to stop the camera and go into bloody emergency mode. I nearly took my head off there. It was like a grenade going off. I thought it had a bit of a bulge in the top. Friggin' hell. Anyway, hopefully there's another can of tomatoes in the pantry cupboard, eh? But geez, I've got to clean that up. That's a bloody mess. I'll see if I can show you. Oh no, that's a bit hot. Anyway, look at that, guys. That just blew up. Holy shit. Anyway, righto. I'll get back under control here. Righto, guys, I'm back. I'm still in one piece. I just had to go inside and check my undies. That can of tomatoes just nearly took my head off. Holy shit. I could see it. There was a bit of a bulge in it when I brought it out, and I didn't think much of it. I should have bloody known. You ever see a can and it's got it seems to be swelling, and it means it's probably not right. But anyway, I found another can of tomatoes. These are whole, but it doesn't matter. I'll just smash them up in there. So in they go. the good ones that aren't off. I don't know what happened to those other ones. I only got them at Coles this morning. Bloody hell. Bit of old stock that they didn't rotate probably. Anyway, I'll just smash those tomatoes up through the mince there. They'll break down. And I'll tell you what I nearly forgot, guys, the capsicum. In with the diced capsicum. So I diced up just before. In it goes. And we'll just simmer that around now, and the capsicum and tomato will cook in with the mince now. And one thing with chili con carne, you don't want a lot of liquid, guys. I don't think. I'd try and not have too much liquid in there. I might throw the lid on in a minute and let that simmer away a little bit so it doesn't dry out too much. But this is where I'll probably a bit more chili sauce now, maybe a sprinkle, bit more cumin, seeing as I didn't get one of those little old El Paso sachets this morning. I knew I forgot something, but still, you can do it without it. That's what the cumin powder's for. Third, I might do now, rather than stuffing around, I've drained the corn off, guys. So in goes my corn kernels. As I said, bloody the old fitter and turner by trade, guys. Fit food into a pot and turn it into shit. Here we go, red kidney beans drained off. Stir them in. Look at that, that's looking good. As I said, without the chili sauce in there now, that's something the kids would love with some corn chips. Or if you've got teenagers, they might like a bit of chili. As I said, you know what your kids do and don't like. Righto, what I might do now, I tell you what else I've got to do, guys, is, won't hurt, bit of pepper. Crack some pepper in there, always like to season my food with some salt and pepper. That's the trouble in North Queensland, all the salt always goes really moist, and it bloody doesn't last too long in the old drawer system because of all the humidity and the moisture. Anyway, give it a look at that, it's starting to come together, isn't it? What I might do now is turn the heat down on the Ridge Ryder stove now. Just turn it down, and I'll just let that simmer away for a little bit. Put the lid on, the old Baduri camp oven. I'll finish my beer off and we'll come back and see how it looks, eh? Hey guys, I bloody forgot the little, they're a yellow packet, old El Paso. I think Coles have got a brand too. And it'll actually have chili con carne mix on a yellow packet in your Mexican section. Forgot it. That there, the ground cumin, that can do the job, but I just slipped in and see what we had in the pantry, and I had an enchilada kit or a bloody taco kit or something in there, and it's got some like a taco spice, which is very similar to the whatever, give it more of a Mexican flavour, so don't forget that, eh? I was going to do it without it, but I had one there, so I might as well put it in. It just gives it that extra Mexican sort of flavour, eh? So I'll sprinkle that in, give it a stir in, and that'll give it a more authentic Mexican flavour. Old El Paso is the brand I normally get, guys. Got a heaps of, although this brand here now, guys, if you're into your Mexican food, Mission, I'll tell you what, they got some bloody good dips, all Mexican wraps and all that type of stuff. Mission, and it's all Australian made stuff. And I'll tell you what, they've got some nice stuff too if you're into your Mexican food. So anyway, stir that taco mix through, which will probably give it a better Mexican flavour. Alright, we're nearly done, guys. You could eat that now if you wanted to. I'll just let it simmer away a little bit more. Let that capsicum get a little bit softer. And of course, as soon as you start cooking, the flies want to come around, but I'll get the lid back on that for a bit, eh? Tell you what, I'm loving this Baduri camp oven, guys. It's a bloody, it's really good, eh? It cost me 50 bucks delivered, and this is my third cook up on it now. And I'll tell you what, I rate it. It's nice and light, and it does the job. Anyway, time for another Great Northern, and I reckon we'll be ready to do the rice and serve up shortly, eh? Righto, guys, time to serve up. I was a bit slack. I did packet rice today. I've got a few things I want to do this arvo, guys. I want to try and get the roof basket put on and start packing the roof rack of the BT50 for the camping trip. But anyway, got some brown rice there. I'm into me brown rice at the moment, eh? And we'll put some scoops of chili con carne on there. Another one, what do you reckon? Why not? One there. Put some bloody, I'll get this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Now that didn't take long, guys. That's a really bloody easy thing, and that's super easy to do when you're out camping, eh? Get some of your favourite corn chips there. Got to have corn chips when you have your chili con carne. So I'll throw some of them there. You can experiment, you can bloody put it around the edge and put your corn chips in for the kids and that if you want. Make it look a bit more appealing. And chili con carne's not complete without some sour cream, guys. So some fresh sour cream here. Give her a stir up there. And we'll put a nice big dollop of sour cream in the corner. Like that. Sour cream really makes it, eh? Geez, it goes well. Put a little drizzle over the top. You want to get fancy? Look at that. Get off. Now I shouldn't have tried to get too bloody fancy then. Anyway, what else we got here? And some spring onions or shallots, whatever you want to call them, guys. I always like to sprinkle a few of those sliced up shallots, I call them. Spring onions, same thing. Over there, and there you go. There's the chili con carne. And as I said, you do the rice in the pot when you're out bush. I was a bit lazy, I just did a packet one. Chili con carne, corn chips, some sour cream. That's a great camping food, eh? And tell what I do now. I'll do one of Buck's Mexican spuds, and I'll show you what you can also do the next night, because you're bound to have leftovers, guys. And we do up some Mexican spuds. And you cook the spuds in the coals, in the alfoil. And for the purpose of the exercise, I'll just put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. So if you're at home, pop a few holes in your spud in the microwave, 5 or 6 minutes, makes it nice and soft, and then I'll bring it out and I'll show you what we do with it then, and we'll make a bloody Mexican spud for when you're out camping. Righto guys, let's see what we do with the leftover chili con carne. Right, if you're out camping, you grab a nice big spud, shit that's hot, you throw her in the fire in the coals, and you cook it up like you would out when you're out camping. If you're at home, get a nice big spud, rub it with oil and a bit of salt. Pop it a few times with a fork in the microwave for 6 or 7 minutes. Cook it through and away you go. So we'll pretend we just got that out of the campfire. I'll be doing this in a week, guys, don't worry about that. What we'll do now is we'll slice our spud open. There, slicing our, look at that, let it fall open like that. What we do now, Jasper's going mad over there. Righto, let's get some of this leftover chili con carne. You reheat it on the Ryder thing there if you want. Put a couple of nice big scoops in, eh? And I'll tell you what, guys, this is a bloody, this will fill you up. This is a big feed, eh? Bit more. Righto, put that there. We're not finished yet. Righto, into the Ryder fridge we go. We need some cheese. We need some sour cream. And some more of them shallots, eh? So there we go. So you want your bloody chili con carne nice and hot, your spuds boiling hot. We put some grated cheese over the top. And that'll eventually melt over your potato. If you're at home, you can nuke it for a minute, guys, and that'll melt that cheese a lot quicker. But that'll, if your chili con carne potato is nice and hot, that'll melt over. We need to give that a big dollop of cream, guys, sour cream. Give it a good mix so it's nice and thing. I'll get a proper bloody spoon this time. Nice big dollop of sour cream on the top. I love me sour cream, eh? Over the top. Couple more spring onions or shallots, whatever you want to call them. Oh, get on there. You can throw a few corn chips on if you want, guys. Tell you what I might do too. Another drizzle of the old Master Foods chili sauce. I'll tell you what, guys, that'll keep you going for days. The big bucks Mexican spud when you're out camping with your leftover chili con carne, that's there's a bit of weight in that. I'll tell you what, that'll keep you going for a while. And I'll tell you what, it's not a bad feed. Great camping food. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the clip, guys. Roz will be home shortly. I'll try and get the roof rack on now, and still got a bit of daylight left. But anyway, there you go. That just shows you what you can do with one of these little butane stoves, the little Ridge Ryder butane stove. You can cook up a bloody good feed in the camp oven when you're out camping, and you know, you don't need big fancy cookers and that when you're out bush. One of these little things, about 30 bucks, guys. That's all they're worth. 30 bucks, and there's your cooking item for when you're out bush. All right, hope you enjoyed the clip. We'll catch you again soon, eh? See you later.